couple weeks ago, and I think he's pretty new. Give it up for Rio Aiello. You can call me Rio, you can call me Severe Rio, but you can never call me Severio. So, how many of you here like remakes of movies? I hear they're remaking Edward Scissorhands, but they're using a lesbian. And it's gonna like totally make more sense because you have those lesbian emo chicks that love to cut themselves, and it's like, Edwina Scissorhands, what happened to our carpet? Oh, I was just trying to cut the clowns, and then I got the carpet all scratched up. Okay, we're gonna have to ask you to stop doing that, okay? And now, could you imagine if you made a lesbian version of Twilight? Once a month, those vampire chicks are gonna have a lot of fun, honey. And who the hell is bisexual? Like, go all the way. It's like, if you're bisexual, for me, that's like a vegetarian that still eats chicken once a week. Either go all the way, honey, or don't go there at all. Now, there's an all-gay school that opened up in New York, and I'm thinking, how do you qualify for that? It's like, one day, you're just sitting there enjoying a popsicle. The next day, I don't know what happened. I was just enjoying a popsicle, and then they transferred me to an all-gay school. And could you imagine the lessons that are going on in there? It's like you're learning the origin of cigarettes and cigars. It's back in the day in Europe, you would invent a cigar so that you can practice. This would be Germany, yeah. This would be Italy, Sweden, yeah. But then once you had Asian immigrants over, they had to go down to a smaller size. This is Japan, ho. China, he. This guy getting used to the small sizes down over there. And could you imagine if Bill Cosby was gay? It would be like, you see, you gotta dress a little fashionable, and you gotta learn to take it by the back door, you see. And you gotta put the pill in the drink, you see. Now, it's crystal clear that I have Tourette syndrome. And it's always weird dating people. It's like, so why are you always twitching yourself? Oh, I just did a line of cocaine earlier. Isn't that crystal obvious? But I also can get away with things. You're a fucking slutty bitch, you know, that you fucking whore. And I'm thinking, I'm gonna get in a lot of trouble if people figure out I don't really have Tourette syndrome. So one of my friends decides to set me on a date with someone who also has Tourette syndrome, and he looks at me and goes, meow. And I'm like, what the fuck was that? Oh, that's with my Tourette's. I thought you had it too. Oh no, I don't have Tourette syndrome. I'm just an Italiano. You can see. And then this is these odd times where straight people go up to me going, I don't mind if you're gay, but I don't really make sure. I want to make it crystal clear you're not hitting on me and like looking at them. Sir, when was the last time you had a girlfriend? You have drool on your beard and it's just kind of getting a bit gross. I'm sorry, I don't hit on ugly people. And you know, that one time of age when you realize you're not a kid anymore is, who here knows what a spanking is? You know you're not a kid anymore, and spankings go from being a punishment to a treat. It's like in school, first you're afraid of the ruler, but then once you're in high school, it's, Mrs. May, you better get out the meter stick because I don't think that little ruler does it anymore. And you know what's the craziest thing? So, who here is in the Italian culture? There's no Santa Claus at all. We have a witch that actually gives spankings out if you stay up and see her. And now, I should sue 60 Minutes for copyright infringement because I'm pretty sure I've been doing this thing years before they've done it. Now, doesn't this thing here look like I'm just talking to a giant robot penis? Anyways, I'm all out of material.